Hello, everyone. This is Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football once again for our Gridiron Football Player of the Week show. And we're joined by our Week 5 Gridiron Football Player of the Week, and that's Assumption quarterback Landen Sanchez, along with his head coach, Coach Broussard, for the Assumption Mustangs. Guys, thank y'all for joining us today. Early game day, that's kind of the tough part about doing this on a Friday morning, the day after we release the winners. But I appreciate your time, guys, and congratulations on the win last week against Morgan City. It was very dominant fashion, 55-7. First off, Landon, you're a Gridiron Football Player of the Week, so that's why we're talking with you. So before I ask you a question, we're going to go over your stat line and tell people why you're here, right? So talk about efficiency. You had yourself a pretty efficient performance. You only really was involved with about 16 plays, where you either completed a pass or you ran the ball. So you completed 8 of 9 passes for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns, which is pretty impressive. And you also carried the ball 7 times for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I'm not great at math, Landon, but I'm going to say 281 total yards and 5 total touchdowns off 16 plays, which is very impressive. So Landon, you won our Gridiron Football Player of the Week. The Assumption community was behind you. 12,301 votes, and which is really insane. It's a high number for us for sure. So I know the Mustang community was definitely right behind you. So Landon, what do you have to say about being a Gridiron Football Player of the Week and the Assumption community getting behind you?
Well, it feels good knowing that like all my hard work is starting to pay off, and so many people are backing me and supporting me throughout the week.
Yeah, for sure. Right, right. Getting behind the QB. I like that. I like that. Now I'm gonna go with Coach Broussard as well. Coach, what do you have to say about your QB? Bouncing back. I know y'all had a pretty tough stretch with a couple losses in a row, but able to bounce back, have a great performance, and just talk about his performance on last Friday against Morgan City.
Yeah, we had a little stretch there where it was a little tough. There's always you've had injuries and things like that, but Lannon's taking the leadership with the offense and very just pleased with with his play and just having him relax and just do the things that he knows that he can do and just let the offense come to him and not having to force it. And I think it came to fruition, with Morgan City. And we knew even in spring, there were a couple of times where he would pull on inside zone and keep it, and he was able to make some runs. So that was definitely an added bonus to his game. We knew he could throw the ball, and be in a pocket and do stuff like that, but also being able to run the ball adds another dimension and makes us a little bit tougher to play.
Yeah, absolutely. When you can throw for 145 and three, and you can run for 136 and two,
That's a nice day at the office.
yes, sir. Now, Landon, I'm gonna get back with you. Just kind of going off of what Coach just said right there. Now, you're a dual threat quarterback, obviously from your numbers. You can throw it and you can run it. If it were up to you, what's more satisfying? Running for a 90-yard touchdown yourself, or throwing a 90-yard touchdown pass? If you had to think about that, what do you think is more satisfying?
I definitely think throwing it's more satisfying, but it would be pretty cool to break off a 90-yard touchdown.
Absolutely, Landon. Was there any play you scored 5 touchdowns, right? And you threw three, you ran for two. What was a play or two that really, if you go back maybe years down the line and reflect on this game, what do you think is the first play or two that's going to stick out to you when we talk about this game?
Uh, when I dropped the snap, it was a low snap. I dropped it and I picked it up and I just threw like a 50-yard touchdown down the sideline. I'm gonna remember that one.
Okay, okay. What about you, Coach? Was there any play that really stood out to you from
uh,
Landon's performance?
yeah, it was. I think it was the first long run he had. I think we had ran inside zone. He pulled it, and he got on the edge and was able to be able to score. So that was any kind of uh, run play, anything that he can do with his legs like that. Again, it makes us more dynamic, with our run game and stuff. So it opens up another facet, I guess, of the offense. So being able to do that kind of stuff, and it's crazy. He almost had six So I think the winning completion was on a goal line. So he was this close to being 9 for 9 and having to say,
Wow.
But that just shows you what how close we are to to turn it around and get it going in the right direction. So very, very pleased.
So Landon, how tough was the coaching staff on you on that? I mean, come on, man. You had that one completion. That would have been a perfect performance.
Yeah. No, they definitely let me hear it a little bit. It would have been perfect completion percentage, but
hey, it shows you nobody's perfect, right? I mean, at the end, right?
Yeah, it's all good. All good.
All good for sure. Now, Coach, what do you have to say about the start to the season? I mean, last year y'all had yourselves a great season, and then last year, I guess some of the transition, right? I mean, Reese Turner was a great player for y'all, and I mean, losing kind of your backfield from last year, and just what's been kind of the transition early in the season as we're now at that kind of halfway point of the season.
Yeah, and we lost our starting running back, I think week 2, with a leg injury and stuff. So, we had full confidence in Landen. Landen was, is basically a 3-year starter for us. So, he was able to step in and play wide receiver for us last year. Great team guy. Because I've been on programs where starting quarterback gets hurt, he's ready to come back. But the other guy, is hot, and then the starter kind of pouts. And stuff like that, and he never did that. He was able, he helped Reese, mature as a quarterback as the season went along, helping with reads and stuff like that. And then he stepped in as a wide receiver and never skipped a beat, and then, so, coming into this year, it was like, we don't, and we never expected him to be another Reese. We want him to be that,
right.
And stuff. So, and he's done that. He's done a really good job, doing that. Like I said, we just had we lost a wide receiver against Lutcher, so it's just hard. It's hard when you have all those moving pieces, and in the way we're set up. Some of those number 2 guys are guys that are on defense. So now we got to move a guy to offense, and then you got to get a new guy, a younger guy in. So it's and look, and that's the nature of football. So so we're working through it. But the kids they all have positive attitudes, about it and stuff. And the good thing is it was early in the season, and so those guys have gotten reps and, getting experience. And I think we're going to be all right going through district.
And going back to you, Landon, I know that Coach just mentioned that you playing some receiver as well for Reese last year, playing some quarterback in the past. How does actually playing receiver really help you as a quarterback, kind of being on the receiving end and of that position? Give you an understanding at quarterback.
Yeah, it kind of helps you understand the different windows of the plays, and the way the defenses will play, the different coverages, leverages, and things like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely gives you a different vantage point, a different perspective of that position. It really does. And Coach, what do you have to say about Landon? You talk about how unselfish a player he really is for this program. I guess right now, what I always like to do on this show, in this quick interview for a player of the week, is promoting the player of the week. So, and that being said, what is your message to maybe college coaches? As far as why they should recruit Landon, what kind of qualities he has that could really fit their program, why they should go. Basically, your pitch to colleges why they should recruit him.
Well, the first thing when I got the job, and not that it was bad, but we always wanted to make sure the culture was right here, and the kind of not always just being a good player, but being a good person, being a good part of the community, stuff like that. And he fits that mold perfectly. He's a great when you talk about student athlete, that's what he is. If I had to put a picture, and he's not the only one, we have a lot of them, but he's the one. He doesn't get in trouble in the classroom. He does his work. He's respectful. At a practice, he's always willing to listen. When he's being coached up, he does his best to do what the coaches ask him to do. And he's never been an issue in terms of, behavior or anything like that. So on that side of it, it's a home run, so anybody that wants to recruit him, you're not going to have to worry about him outside of the building. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to worry about, is he going to class, or if he, is he doing, is he, studying? Is he, Is he not causing, getting in trouble, getting arrested, stuff like that. So that part of it, he's got it down. On the actual football field, again, he's coachable. I think that's a big deal. I think right now in this day and age, everybody thinks they know everything. And it's hard. It's hard to coach him. So he's willing to listen. He has the attributes. He can make the throws. He's shown with his legs. He can run the ball. Now is he gonna juke you and do us? No, but straight line speed, he has it. So and he's willing to learn. He's starting to understand coverages and understand where, like you said before, where's the weak spots and if it's a zone, if it's man, are they too high, single high, stuff like that. So he's understanding those things. He's listening to his coaches. So all of those are attributes that coaches are looking for. He has them. The issue we have here is just that we're kind of in a media hole. So that's why I'm so thankful to guys like you and that be able to get him out there, because I think the same thing happened with Reese and stuff last year. Just they don't know about it. And all of a sudden we show up like, where's this assumption? Who's this assumption? Who are these kids? So he fits all those check marks. He has good height. He has good speed. He has the arm. I don't know what else you're looking for. What I'm saying?
Right.
And again, I'm glad he's on our side. So it's he's a really good kid. And I'm so excited that the community was able to come together. And do the votes at school. We were, we put it out on email, and teachers were like, "Hey, vote for Landen." So that's pretty cool. And so I'm so happy for him, and I just hope that other colleges can give him, someone give him a chance, and and see what he can do.
Right.
That's really all we want is a chance.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And I know, Landen, we're going to get to a point where you're going to thank your teammates, thank everybody that's made you look good, obviously, on Friday. But before you do that, same lines there too. So promote yourself a little bit, get the word out to colleges, make your pitch too. Why should colleges recruit you?
Yes, sir. Going back to what Coach Will said, I think I'm a good teammate. I don't see myself as selfish. I like seeing my teammates succeed. It's pretty cool to win as a team and not just on my own.
Sorry.
Any senior that has not been
The
called
whole
yet,
experience.
please report to
Yeah.
the lobby at this time. Thank you.
Well, it's just cool to win and not just on my own. Like seeing my teammates do what they can do and do what they do best. And I think I'm good in the classroom. I have good grades, 3.5 GPA. I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, and just based off of that, he's also very humble.
Yeah.
And you don't see that a lot. So, he said earlier, he was like, I think I'm a good. He's an excellent teammate. He's what you want as a teammate. He's not the guy saying, like if we scored those 55 points and he didn't have a rushing touchdown or he didn't throw for one, he would still have the same. He would still be excited because we won. And you don't see that a lot in this day and age. And I know those are intangibles. You really don't have measurements on those. And some people are like, well, how fast is he? How much does he bench press? And I get it. Those things are important too. But I think when you're looking at the atmosphere of a locker room, he could fit in anywhere.
Absolutely.
And look, and don't let him fool you. If he needs to get tough, he can, and he can do what he needs to do. But his personality is what you see. So we're going to continue to give him a chance to make plays. We'll continue to give him a chance to get some videos, get videos out there, and help him to promote himself to where if he wants to play at the next level, we'll give him every opportunity that he can.
Yeah, absolutely. And during this interview, we'll actually be showing his highlights from the Morgan City game. So people will be seeing his highlights as well during this interview too. Landen, I got just maybe one or two questions for y'all guys before we wrap it up. Basically, I know you want to you're a humble guy, so you want to give the credit to where credit's due to all your guys, your teammates. So who are some guys you want to give a shout out to? Your linemen, your receivers, guys like that.
My whole line, definitely needs a shout out for that game. I didn't get pressured a single time. Every run was just like a hole. And
Mhm.
TJ, our running back, lead blocking for me. He made it possible. And Kobe Beamer, he stayed open the whole game.
Yep, he was also an honorable mention for
Yeah,
us as well this week. So, yeah, absolutely. Coach, I know y'all have Eleanor tonight, correct?
yes, sir.
Okay, so preview that matchup a little bit, and what do you think about tonight and trying to build off that momentum y'all had last week in the Morgan City win?
Well, they're athletic. They got some guys. I know they have some guys that were suspended early in the year and stuff, but they are definitely athletic. They fly to the ball on defense. Offensively, they like to throw the ball. They're balanced. Well, I should say they're a lot more balanced than the teams we played in the past. So they do like to get the ball in the air. So it should be a good test for us. Hopefully again we can keep the winning going. I think. Offensive line wise, we're finally healthy with all those guys. We're back to back games. We have the same guys starting, which is very important. So I think if we can get our run game going and put them back on their heels, then we should be in a good spot at when it's all 0-0 at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely, should be a good one. I know what y'all getting right into district play, and y'all playing in some tough teams along the road. I'm looking at y'all schedule. I mean, South of Lafourche after that. Vanderbilt Catholic's really tough.
yep,
Ed White, we all know about Ed White and how tough they are. So
yep,
it's definitely a tough stretch for y'all.
yes, sir.
Yeah, but guys, I appreciate y'all for coming on. I know this was game day and crazy. It's always hectic on Fridays, so we really appreciate it. Coach Landen, any final thoughts about like the community, stepping up? It came down. It was a Louisiana versus Alabama, Alabama, with 12,301 votes for y'all, and then Daphne High School from Alabama. They had 11,947 votes. So it was coming down to the last couple minutes. I know y'all probably sweating it out, but y'all able to get the win. So, Coach, what you had to say about the community, Assumption school community, people that were supporting Landon in order for him to be the player of the week this week?
Well, like I said earlier, I think by midway through the interview, I'm just so excited that we were able to, get the community, the school, admin. I mean, just get everybody involved. I mean, they were really pushing, to get those votes, get the kids to vote and stuff. So, even as a couple of people, I was like, hey man, y'all can go in and you can vote more than once. Yes, you can go. You can vote as many times as you want. So it's kind of cool. So because some people didn't know about it, so more people know about your site, and stuff. So
Right.
so it was. I think it was a win-win. Across the board. Congratulations to the kid from Alabama to
Yeah.
like so. I'm assuming too that community was also pushing and because that's a
Oh,
lot of votes. I think it's good across the board. It's great to get exposure to these young men. They work really hard. They're here over the summer. When nobody else is here. So to get their names out and to be able to celebrate, their hard work. It's an awesome thing. And like I said before, it's awesome what y'all do, and I really appreciate what y'all do. So, kudos to Assumption, but also kudos to y'all also.
Absolutely, Coach. Really appreciate it. And then Landon, any final thoughts about Assumption, the school community coming back and supporting you and allowing you to get the win? Because I was getting competitive. I was like, hey, we got this many votes. We got this. I'm just managing it, right, guys. But Landon, what do you have to say about Assumption being able to really the school community, everybody really in the
Yeah,
community supporting
it
you?
was cool. Everyone just seeing everyone come together like that and getting behind me and just pushing for me to win. And it's kind of crazy that there were so many votes. Like it just seemed unreal.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Landon. Well, in case everybody's wondering, okay, what's Landon's prize? What does he get? Well, not only he gets this interview, but he'll also he'll receive a Letterman jacket patch. So when he gets to show off his Letterman jacket around campus, around to his friends and teammates, he'll get a Letterman jacket patch that says Gridiron Football Player of the Week. So that's what he'll get as well. That'll be coming momentarily, and we'll let y'all know when we're mailing out to y'all. But appreciate y'all guys. Thank y'all for coming on. Congratulations, man, on a great performance. Definitely deserving of it. And good luck to you all the rest of the season, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hopefully we can do this again before the season's over with.
Absolutely. Let's try to do this
Thank
again,
you.
guys. Appreciate y'all.
Take care.